Recently, I received some feedback from JT Tregidga, owner of JT Designs in Washington State. JT shared, "I've been enjoying the Monday Minute every week and appreciate some of the timely videos. Here is my request for more." Thanks, JT. He then went on to ask, what is the best path or suggestions we can give our clients to find a decent contractor? What a great question. I've heard the industry is so busy these days that finding good help is difficult. I can imagine that applies to businesses as well. You want your clients to find construction companies that demonstrate the technical ability for the project as well as the management skills. And I come from a construction background. The state of Florida licensed me to build houses when I was 18 years old. I'm not sure that's something to brag about. A lot of news stories these days seem to begin with, "Today a Florida man." Anyway, in the beginning, my philosophy was that no one other than me is qualified to build it if I designed it. After about 12 years in the building business, I filed for bankruptcy. My attitude changed. I focused exclusively on the design, and my entire clientele base was builders. With my background, I wasn't sure that I was the best one to answer JT's questions, so I asked the Monday Minute subscribers and was blown away by the response. Thanks to you, the ATC segment of the Monday Minute, or Ask the Community, is now born. JT, here are some of the suggestions that I received. Nearly everyone, in one way or another, suggests getting referrals. Many said to get them from the local Home Builders Association. And one creative technique for getting a referral came from Greg Bartson in Missouri. He writes, "Camp out on Saturdays and Sundays once a house is dried in. You can count on the homeowner to visit the job site." Then the obvious happens. You interview the homeowner about how happy or not they are about their project. If they're happy, you get the builder's name. Brendan Hutchinson in Tennessee sent in an idea I hadn't thought of. Contact your local salesperson at a lumber supplier. They usually have a good pulse on who the best contractors are. Now, more than a few respondents reported that they refer clients to from a personal list of contractors with whom they've built a trusted relationship with. But even with a list ready in hand, Bob Schwanke in California warns, "I found it was best only to give them information about the contractors and let the owners make their own decision." And Kevin Catanzaro in Rhode Island advises us to take it one step further. He says, "Stay out of it." Once the referrals are had, Damon Rye in Arkansas and Michael Plunkett in Florida both suggest that your construction documents be specific about materials, expectations, and outcomes. Michael wrote, "Be as specific as possible about the materials and finishes. If you don't know the exact materials, use an allowance for items like flooring, electrical, cabinetry, and cabinets." Now, we've written a blog post about upselling your services by offering to handle the bidding process. Go to aibd.org/opportunities for building designers, and then click on Full List of Opportunities. Scroll down, it's post number 11. And while you're there, you might find some of the other 20 or so posts interesting too. Two friends of mine, David and Marina, address hiring a contractor on the Second Studio podcast. They interviewed Samantha Burton, the vice president of a general contracting company. The podcast is almost 2 hours long, and if you have the time, I'll leave the URL in the show notes below. It's about 21 minutes into the interview where Samantha discusses why you should get the builder involved during the design phase. Building the team early in the process creates a better chance for the overall success by inputting timing, procedures, and cost when everybody can address the issues calmly and rationally. Terry Klein in Maine asked for that to be a topic for another day. Might it be possible to stage a master class for both builders and architects, sharing ideas, struggles, concerns, and suggestions? Great idea, Terry, and I'm going to get to work on that. Meanwhile, I want to thank everyone who contributed to our first Ask the Community. Some of the contributions were quite detailed. I've created a blog post containing all of them at full length, and you can find it at aibd.org/blog. I know some of you are thinking of ideas you could have replied with. Share them in the comments below and have a triumphant week.